He was voted Kickboxer of the Year in 2015 while stringing together a 12-fight glory winning streak. Here comes Nicky Holzken.
One of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters in the world today, but he's a king without a crown. Does he regain his world title tonight? We're about to find out.
He brought the world belt back to France at Glory Collision in Oberhausen last December. Here is Cedric Doumbe.
He's the Clown Prince of Glory, but he's also a bad, bad man. The welterweight champion of the world. He's fighting in front of his hometown crowd here in Paris, but you wouldn't know it, Joe, by all the orange, the Nicky Holzken orange we see in the crowd here tonight.
Yeah, Nicky brought a busload of his Dutchmen here to France, but let me tell you, Cedric Doumbe has a lot of fans here in Paris, and they've been going nuts and all week for him, and they're loving his social media antics, calling End of Nicky 2. And let me tell you, what he's gonna bring is a lot of unorthodox style. Nicky's gonna come forward with pressure. Expect Doumbe to move, use his footwork, hit on different angles, switch stances, and that's what makes him very dangerous.
Cedric Doumbe, only 24 years old. He has the kickboxing world in the palm of his hands, he says. And tonight looks to end, or at least change, the legacy of Nicky Holzken as we know it. Here's our tale of the tape. It's our main event, the welterweight championship of the world. Doumbe from France, Holzken from the Netherlands, and it's Holzken with a 2-inch height advantage, but Doumbe with a 2-inch reach advantage.
And you can see there's that edge in professional experience for Nicky. Not only is he older, he has more fights than Doumbe, more years fighting top-level opponents. So the edge and experience definitely goes to Nicky Holzken.
Fight metric report, Cedric Doumbe has never been knocked down. And look at the strikes landed per minute. Holzken with 10.2, Doumbe 8.1.
Yeah, Nicky has to be and use that activity here against Doumbe. Put pressure on and get active.
Here are the championship rules. We've got 5 rounds, 3 minutes each. Punches, kicks, and knees are legal. Elbows, throws, and sweeps are not. Only the doctor or the referee can stop the fight.
Let's take a look at the scoring. 5 judges tonight in Paris will be using the 10-point must system. Scoring is based on knockdowns, damage, clean scoring strikes with an emphasis on spectacular techniques. Finally, if there's no clear advantage, judges will look at aggressiveness.
The first time these two fought back in December, they did not have open scoring. Tonight, they do. After each round, the score will be posted here in the arena and on your television sets at home, so you know exactly where we stand.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment that the world kickboxing fans have been waiting for. 5 rounds for the Glory Welterweight Championship of the World and a rematch of a memorable night in Germany last December. One comes to reclaim his prize belt, the other determined to prove that he is now the new standard bearer of the world's welterweights. This bout sanctioned by the International Sport Kickboxing Association along with the FFKMDA. And at the opening bell, your referee is Paul Nichols. From Paris to Palm Beach, Glory kickboxing fans are watching around the world. It's time for Glory! Let's meet the challenger. He's a 3-time Dutch, 5-time world champion. His professional record, 90 wins with 12 losses, 46 of those wins coming by way of knockout. His career record in Glory, 12 wins with only 1 loss. He stands 6 feet even, 1.83 meters, and he weighed in at 168.5 pounds, 76.5 kilos. Fighting tonight out of the Netherlands, he is the former Glory Welterweight Champion of the world. He is Nicky, the Natural Holzken. Here now is his opponent, fighting out of the white corner. He successfully defended the belt at Glory 39 in Brussels. His record, 66 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw, and 39 career knockouts. At 5 feet, 10 inches tall, 1.77 meters. He weighed in at an even 169 pounds, 76.8 kilos. Fighting tonight out of Laval, France. Ladies and gentlemen, the reigning and defending Glory Welterweight Champion of the world, Cedric the Best Doumbe. And your referee in this bout is Paul Nichols.
Gentlemen, you understand the rules you're fighting to. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. World title fight, I expect you to fight like a world title. Do you have any questions? Touch gloves if you like.
Is Nicky Holzken back and better than ever? Or will Doumbe put him away for good? The welterweight championship of the world is on the line. Scheduled for 5 rounds. Doumbe in the white gloves. Holzken wearing black.
Let's see the approach and the adjustments Holzken's made from the last fight. But he's definitely trained hard for this. He actually looks a lot leaner this fight.
Oh, what a kick! A spinning kick right to the jaw from Nicky Holzken. That was brilliant stuff.
Doumbe came back with a good combination. Didn't seem to faze him.
Now left hand sneaks through for Doumbe.
And in that first fight, early on in the fight, Nicky found success with his jab. So you see him already utilizing that jab, where Doumbe's trying to slip off that jab and counter.
You can see Holzken switching stances briefly there. Maybe he's going to try and be a little more unorthodox tonight.
Well, that would be a good style. Try not to be one-dimensional, constantly switch up your attacks from different angles.
You're watching 2 of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today square off here in our main event. Doumbe defending his title for the second time.
Solid power kick, but blocked off the shin and forearm of Doumbe.
Holzken saying he's never been more motivated for a fight. A 10-week training camp he put in for this.
There's that switching stances. When Doumbe switches stances like that, it's very hard for Nicky to land those low kicks. He thinks the leg's there, then Doumbe takes it away.
Good combination from Doumbe. We're at the Accor Hotels Arena, downtown Paris, France. Earlier today, the women's final of the French Open at Roland Garros. Now all eyes focused here as one of their own sons, Cedric Doumbe, defending his world title.
Nicky Holzken turns southpaw. Using the low kick, Doumbe counters right back. He never lets Nicky take an advantage of the strikes. If Nicky lands one, he's gonna land two or three. When Doumbe is first, it really slows down Nicky.
Holzken with a couple hundred fans who made the trek down here, and they're all wearing orange. About a 3.5-hour train ride.
Doumbe starting to try to get in the head of Nicky.
So there is the end of round one. A very close round. At least it felt that way.
Yeah, but according to fight metrics, in my eye, it's Doumbe's activity that's doing a lot of good striking and counter punching. Nicky still needs to be a little bit more active.
Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you with us ringside, please step back from the rail and take your seats if you would. Step back away from the railing. Thank you.
Well, the fans are certainly into it, Joe.
Yeah, they all surrounded the cage, keeping them away from the ring.
Again, it's open scoring tonight, so we will see how the judges scored round one momentarily. 5 judges tonight. And from a statistical standpoint, Doumbe clearly landing more strikes. But that spectacular offense from Holzken, that spinning head kick, will that sway them at all? Here we go. 3 judges for Doumbe, 2 for Holzken.
And remember, it's not always of how much you score, it's what's doing damage.
Good left hook from Holzken got the crowd fired up.
Showing some sportsmanship from the low blow.
Doumbe says this is a changing of the guard. I'm 24, you're 33. Time to step out of the way and let me take over this division. Many in Holzken's camp had not respected Doumbe. They don't feel that he's the better fighter, that he just won on that particular night.
Well, the big complaint was from the Nicky side was Doumbe keeps running. They want him to stand in the pocket, but Doumbe's too smart for that. You don't want to stay in the pocket. He needs to keep moving, keeping versatile. Don't be predictable.
Floyd Mayweather made about $500 million by not staying in the pocket. And there's Holzken, a little flurry.
Time.
And Doumbe apparently suffered maybe a low blow. Oh, he doesn't have his mouth guard in. Didn't notice it, I guess, until Doumbe landed, or Holzken landed a couple shots to his face. So now here we go.
Time in. Fight.
Good body shot from Doumbe.
What's nice about Doumbe's style is he just stays active and he's constantly touching you. He doesn't throw everything with power. He sets it up. He pins you. He puts you on angles. Where Nicky throws everything more with power. So when Nicky lands, there's a lot of power behind it. Where Doumbe's a little bit more active, mixing the intensity of his strikes.
You would think when it comes down to punches, Nicky Holzken would have the advantage. He is a professional boxer as well and is undefeated in the sweet science. A left hook there from Holzken as if on cue.
Yeah, Holzken's counter left hook is one of his most dangerous weapons. He's knocked out a lot of guys with it. And when he takes that left hook to the body, it's dangerous.
Head kick from Holzken. Great atmosphere here in Paris tonight.
So Doumbe standing in the pocket a little bit more. That's why Nicky's being successful.
Well, Doumbe predicted he'd win this fight by knockout. And I guess to do that, you need to exchange more.
Definitely a better round for Holzken.
Break. Fight.
Oh, and there's one of those patented uppercuts, followed by a massive low kick.
Yeah, I'm surprised Nicky's not throwing his kicks a lot more. Pre-fight interview, he kind of mentioned he was going to use kicks a little bit more.
Seemed like Holzken was in control of that round until that last sequence, but wasn't enough for the Frenchman to win the round.
Well, I'm not too sure. It depends how much damage. It's still Doumbe being more active, but Nicky landing a lot of good power shots, especially with his boxing. There it is. Doumbe landed a good uppercut in that combination. And when Doumbe has you backing up, that's when he's very dangerous. He'll mix levels, and that's where he's landing that nice long left uppercut. But there's that counter left hook from Nicky where Doumbe needs to be careful of. Nicky's gonna keep trying to throw it. That uppercut right hand, follow inside low kick. Good combinations. Nicky will throw one power shot. Doumbe's gonna counter with a 2-3 hit combination.
And to those watching at home who maybe haven't seen Glory kickboxing before, how much damage do those low kicks do? How do they affect your opponent?
Well, it slows your output down. If every time you punch, you eat a shot in the leg, it's gonna prevent you from wanting to come forward, so it slows forward pressure.
Go.
Round 3 scheduled for 5. It has been everything it was billed to be. Excitement, back and forth action, and big power punches. Let's see how the judges scored it in our open scoring system. 3 judges again for Doumbe, 2 for Holzken. So the totals, as you can see, Doumbe up on 2 judges' scorecards, Holzken on 1, the other 2 have it even. The second title defense for Cedric Doumbe. Holzken has not fought in Glory since losing his title in Germany in December to Doumbe.
Doumbe doesn't seem to be moving as much. He's a little bit more comfortable standing and not moving.
Still anyone's fight here.
You have to look at that forward pressure from Nicky scoring well on a lot of those judges. So those judges that are giving those rounds to Holzken are really valuing his pressure fighting and single power shots.
Nice right knee to the skull for Doumbe. And how much is the discrepancy in strikes landed because of Holzken simply not throwing enough or Doumbe's defense?
Well, I think it's a little bit of both. Nicky's very good at staying technical. Doumbe moves well. But again, it's Doumbe that's a lot more active.
Jab there, no, another left hook connects for Holzken. That's been his money shot.
Yeah, Doumbe faked like the liver shot hurt him and then countered right back.
And Doumbe a little wobbly now. I'm not sure if he's playing possum. When Holzken kind of pushed him back, his legs weren't all there.
Maybe that liver shot did hurt him.
That is not a knockdown. But an off balance fall there for Holzken.
The output of Doumbe slowed down.
But Doumbe has landed over twice as many strikes, which is incredible.
Remember, we're looking at damage as the second scoring criteria.
Oh, there's an uppercut and a good one for Doumbe. His best punch of the fight. And now he's playing to the crowd, but as he does, he eats a punch. And a kick. He says, I blocked it. Paul Nichols doesn't care. He's not a judge. What a fight this has been so far. 3 rounds down, 2 to go. And we've got blood over the right eye, it seems, of Nicky Holzken.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what that was from, but better rounds for Nicky. But Doumbe did a good job. It was probably that right knee that cut the eye of Nicky. But it's that unorthodox striking from Doumbe. That's where he faked it and threw a nice jab right hand, but then again, he caught a left hook from Nicky.
I think Nicky has learned not to fall for that, but there's the uppercut.
Yeah, he landed that a few times in the first fight.
But then I think he eats a punch right here. Well, I guess we won't see it, but Doumbe's got to be careful.
Yeah, those counter punches from Nicky are doing better this time around.
Doesn't appear that there is a cut over the eye of Holzken. Perhaps it was blood from his nose that was pushed up into that area. 6 minutes to go as we enter the championship rounds. Doumbe, the champion, in white gloves. Nicky Holzken wearing black. And there's our judges' scores. 3 judges give it to Doumbe, 2 to Holzken. Scorecards all over the place, Joe. And only, let's see, 4 judges now have Doumbe ahead, 1 for Holzken. And Holzken, that judge has given 3 rounds to Holzken. That's pretty hard to believe. Total strikes landed, 101 for Doumbe, 43 for Holzken. Of course, judges aren't given that material. They don't know what our fight metrics show. They just know what they see.
Nice knee from Nicky. Switching stances, going for that low kick.
It's interesting as we look at those judges' scorecards, the one that's given Nicky the first 3 rounds, that means basically the fight is his already according to that judge unless there's a knockdown.
Well, that's going to make it a split decision if Doumbe wins.
And 3 judges have it just a 1-point difference for Doumbe.
Well, these 2 rounds are still very important.
Look at the leg strikes absorbed. Holzken 65.
Doumbe constantly switches. He'll go inside.
Oh, and a nice counter there from Doumbe, who smiles.
And they tap gloves.
Doumbe has talked trash before this fight like he always does, but this time it was more jovial, more fun. Not so much mean-spirited. He respects Nicky Holzken, no doubt about that.
You have to. He's definitely one of the best welterweights.
Quick, wait. Fight!
Doumbe is really trying to use that pull counter, keeping his head there, then pulling and countering.
Too bad this isn't 10 rounds, Joe.
Yeah, I'm so absorbed in this fight right now.
We've got to talk, though. We can't just watch.
My mouth has been open. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Some big explosive moment from both guys.
Nicky feels pretty comfortable that he won round 4. We'll see in just a minute, but folks, we head from Paris to New York for Glory 43. That comes your way Friday, July the 14th, featuring featherweight contender tournament. And heavyweights Benjamin Adigbui and Guto Innocence square off at Madison Square Garden. Tickets are going fast. Make sure you get yours today.
Let's take a look at some of that action from that round, where there's that counter left hook. You know, Doumbe knows Nicky's gonna throw that counter left hook, so he's pulling off and throwing counters of his own. Both guys smiling and respecting that counter.
3 minutes to go. Urgency has to be high for both fighters. We'll see the scores in a minute. But anything can happen here.
Mutual respect from both guys. This is the 10th round for the two of them.
So 3 judges gave that to Holzken, 2 to Doumbe. Doumbe ahead on 3 scorecards. So it looks like Holzken then needs a knockdown.
That definitely needs a knockdown.
Will his corner tell him that?
My question is, can the fighters hear their corners?
It is loud in here. Holzken's fans brought air horns. Thankfully, they haven't been sending them off too much since the ring entrance.
Doumbe starting to use some feints, trying to bait Nicky into something, or try to buy some time.
Doumbe being very patient here. Maybe he knows and has been told, hey, just don't get knocked down. We win the fight. A knee to the forehead from Doumbe. Well, that knee wobbled Holzken, who says, no, I just got off balance. Now Doumbe putting the pressure on.
Even though he's winning, he's still trying to put a finish on.
He told us he wants a knockout, and he's inching closer perhaps to that after landing another uppercut.
That left uppercut straight right has been beautiful for him. Right between the defense of Nicky.
I wouldn't mind seeing this fight a 3rd time.
No, definitely not.
Fun stuff here in Paris. Nice 1-2 there from Doumbe.
50 seconds left.
Big difference in punches or strikes landed. Doumbe over twice as many as Holzken. It'll be hard for Holzken to argue after this fight that he should have won, just judging by those numbers.
Doumbe still staying active. Good counter right hook.
And a knee there from Nicky Holzken. Nicky needs a knockdown. 13 seconds to go to get it. Oh, is it a knockdown? Is it? Is it? Paul Nichols with a big decision to make. Is it a knockdown? Paul Nichols says no. A huge decision. That will do it. Joe, that kick may have won Nicky the round, but he needed a knockdown. What did you see?
Well, I think it was Doumbe getting kicked out of the ring, not necessarily a knockdown. I don't think it was a damaging strike, but it's Nicky's corner telling Doumbe to get out of it.
We had Paul Nichols, the referee, on our Glory podcast this week, and he said in a situation like this has to be a damaging blow instead of more of a push knockdown.
Yeah, no, that looked like it was off the shoulder from that angle. But it didn't look damaging to me. It looked more like an off balance outside of the ring.
Well, I said Nicky couldn't have too many complaints if he lost this fight. That will certainly be a point of contention. but Joseph Valtellini felt it wasn't a knockdown, and more importantly, our referee said it wasn't a knockdown. Let's jump into our highlights from this welterweight title fight, and it was a good one.
Yeah, it was so technical and such beautiful to watch. Nicky coming out with some flashy kicks, but it was really about the constant activity of Doumbe, fighting backwards, which is his key, because Nicky likes to come forward, and Nicky did find a lot more success this fight with his counter shots, but Doumbe just does a good job at countering the counter and being more active, fighting on angles. But this was definitely a closer fight, in my opinion, than the first one, and one that, like Todd mentioned earlier, one that we would all like to see happen again.
Doumbe landing twice as many strikes as Nicky Holzken, but that will be the moment a lot of people will talk about. Here are those statistics I mentioned. Doumbe, 161 landed strikes, 82 for Nicky Holzken, and even if some of Holzken's shots were a little harder, does it make up for 81 different strikes landed for Doumbe?
Well, that was a lot of activity and a big differential in strikes landed, but you can see Doumbe really focusing on those legs of Holzken.
All right, for the official decision, back into the ring one more time to Tim Hughes.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecard, and our 5 ringside judges give us back a split decision. They scored this bout 49-46 Holzken, 49-46 Doumbe. And our 3 remaining judges, 48-47, 49-46, and 49-46, all for your winner by split decision. And still, Glory welterweight champion of the world, Doumbe. Here to present the belt, Cor Hammers, our director of sport, our chairman, Pierre Onderon, and our chief executive officer, Mr. John Franklin.
Well, judging by Nicky Holzken's reaction, he may not have agreed with the decision, but I think he understands.
Well, it looks like his team was really shocked with the decision, but if you looked up at that open scoring, you would have known that 3 judges already had him up by 2 points in that last round.
Let's send it into the ring. Whitney Miller.
Paris, give it up one more time for your champion, Cedric Doumbe. Cedric, tell me, what were you guys saying to each other at the end of the fight?
Hi everybody. Thank you very much to coming and support Nicky and I. First of all, I want to thank Nicky Holzken because he's a very good fighter. And he told me, man, you're always running in the ring, but I answer him that, come on man, that's my style. I respect your style, respect my style. I beat you by running. The judges decide, so respect the decision.
He landed a few solid left hooks. Were you ever worried or hurt at any point through the fight? He landed a few solid left hooks.
Yeah.
Were you ever worried or hurt at any point?
Oh no, I know Nicky is a good technical fighter. His power is especially his left hook and his knee. Yes, I was sure that he will do that many times. He did it, but I was prepared for that. My shin is very strong. My liver also, he tried to knock me out, but I'm so strong for him. Sorry, man.
You have Myrtle Gruenhart next. What are your thoughts on that matchup?
Come on, who is Myrtle Gruenhart? I don't know him. No, Myrtle Gruenhart, yeah, he's a good fighter also, but I think Myrtle don't deserve to do a title shot against me because I'm too strong for him. Come on, give me a strong opponent. I don't know a man like me.
Thank you so much. Congratulations, champ.